Yeah.
Can I take the conversation to a bit different direction?
Yes.
I mean, you're not very religious, right? But then, do you believe in universe and things happen for a reason and things like that?
It's
Or do you feel like everything is, things, random things happen and we may try to make
no,
meaning out of it?
say, I don't believe in a special God. And the Christian church, the same with Buddhism and Hinduism, after their founders, Buddha taught, he never thought, I'm a God, I'm a teacher. Jesus Christ never told he is a God, yeah. But the followers created a church and legends around him. So I don't believe also in your hundreds or thousands of gods who did what, and your gods are very human, fighting each other, having different women. Also, no, it's, how to say, it's a bit difficult. I only believe in things I see or can touch.
No, I
But
100%
somehow,
yeah.
I don't know if souls can come back, rebirth.
Reborn.
Yeah. Here in Nepal, you had 10 million inhabitants that time. Now 3 times more. From where could the souls come?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if they got children or what? No, it's. I would say I would
Do you believe
have
in
been a kind of Buddhist, thinking that everyone is really same. We should help each other, or say be a social, show a social behaving, and not arrogantly going around. It
But-
might be part of religion too, how you care and see your neighbor.
But I mean, like apart from religion, because I don't, as such, call myself a very religious person. My family is.
Yes.
But then I have a feeling that there are certain things which might not be religious, but then there are things in the universe that happens, and they might have some sort of it's not completely random. That's something I feel like at times events happen, and they make sense of it.
And therefore, in my speech at the book launching, I try and need help who will find the proper words, that things happened somehow in the right direction. Yeah? And so how to call it? Yeah?
It's strange.
It's, yes. But it's very strange sometimes. I think about someone and suddenly the phone rings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah? And then how come?
Do you believe in seeing random patterns of numbers that a lot of people believe in? For example, 1111 or some sorts of those things.
Not so very much. I only believe that, no. I think that, yeah, it's very complicated. You start,
Yeah.
I think an uneven number is maybe of more value, being the center and having to the left and right, I don't know, 1 or 1,000 other numbers. Yeah, and maybe sometimes you need a central idea which you widen up or so.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Jimoshu.
All right. Let's get back onto
Yes.
our topic of so what was your impression like when you landed here? Let's get back to it.
This made me curious, but driving through a kind of modern suburb of Kathmandu was of not so much interest.
Was it kind of modern for that time?
No, if you see the oldest houses now at Dili Bazaar, 2-storied, 3-storied, yeah, and in many villages you still see them. It was the level of that time that a few richer people could buy concrete building, Indian style, flat roofs. But I didn't know about the Nepali style yet. And our house has been in Lasipat, that means also modern. And we have been very pleased to have water and electricity. And then, late afternoon, I think it was a driver and a volunteer who has been there already a year or so, but not stationed in Kathmandu, said we want to see old Kathmandu.
So that was the first day, very first day that you arrived here. Okay.
And we went to the new road is modern, so not too impressive. We have been told this is Nepal Bank where you get the money later. And we walked around Hanuman Doka, as I remember, and it got slowly dark, so it was quite mystical. You know, the towers of the palace, Kumari house, we only heard, oh, living goddess. How can I know what a living goddess is? So we got around the temple, and suddenly the guide got quicker because of the erotic carvings on, I think, Jagannath.
Yeah? What was that for you?
We only appeared? No, we haven't had time to study, but we went the next day alone.
I mean, like, did you encounter something like that in India? Because you were there for a very short time.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
No idea. And in India, it's more, later I learned, temples separated from towns. When they've been built long ago, there was a city, but now they're isolated somewhere in the countryside. No, and we went to Indrachok and direction Assam. And suddenly we felt we are in what we call Orient. Yeah? Oriental atmosphere, noisy, no car. One moment. Rickshaws, we didn't know about rickshaw.
So there were rickshaws back then as well?
Back then, yeah.
How common was that?
We used it quite often.
Okay.
Taxis too expensive.
So that was like the main mode of transportation?
In the center of Kathmandu.
Okay.
I think in Patan I never have seen one. And Azantol. And this was crazy. We detailed somewhere and just watched, because it was a center of town with all the dealings and so. And we went through and have been picked up by the jeep again.
So we were just talking about this picture. So that was the only mode of communication back then, through letters.
Through letters, and therefore I show the aerogram. The other?
This one?
No, the other one. This one here.
Okay.
And the problem has been sending a letter and dropping or leaving it with the National Post Office, or how it was called. It still exists. Most of the letters never left Kathmandu.
Okay, they were
lost. You know
why?
Why? The officials took the stamps off to double their income.
Okay.
So we have been told, and here this was pre-printed, so you could not do, but you could not write long. And later, and we have been told, if you sent a letter with nice stamps, because I had collectors at home, next photo, and I went with a letter envelope or this letter to post office and forced the administrator to cancel each stamp so that they lose the value. Yeah, a stamp value you can't sell again. Yeah, and send it. Yeah, and this was the safest way, keeping contact and being quite sure that you get an answer.
So back then, was telephone not a common thing, or was telephone not a thing at all? It didn't exist at all. Not even in Europe.
Maybe, yes, we had.
Okay.
But maybe only the embassies and the very rich had ways, but not common people.
Right. You couldn't pay someone to use the telephone as a service? No, okay. It wasn't available for the public at all?
No.
Okay. All right. So
in the beginning, not.
What happened, like the first, we're still on the first day. And then you see these things?
We went home and next to our house at Lasimpat, there was a small shop. We went to buy white bread, cheap Indian marmalade, jam, and I think we got a bit butter. And this was our evening meal. Proud that we, got something to eat. And next day we went again with someone from volunteer service to do shopping. But it was the market. We lived from market. We could not buy as volunteers imported stuff as experts could do, or embassy people.
So where did they have the imported stuff? Did you have to go to special shops for imported stuff?
I would not get into. They would ask me for my passport.
But were there special shops just for people who had permit to buy imported stuff?
Yes, I just try. It was national trading.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Do you know the place?
Birganj?
No. They had
because they have national trading in a city called Birganj.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
No, on the way to Singapore, the large, broad highway, 4 or 5 lanes, that time. Beneath of it, you have kind of walls and construction, not solid. And this has been the office and the store of national trading.
Okay.
No chance.
No chance.
So, and therefore we very early asked for, it's always, I don't want to say servant, but someone to care. Cleaning we did in the beginning ourselves, but it was always female. She knew where to get what. So she went shopping. When we decided, can you try to get potatoes? In the beginning, difficult. But rice and vegetable, also, she did the shopping somewhere around. Yeah. And we later learned to do it ourselves. But why should we do? Only by special connections. When I've been member of athletic team here, which we founded, 2 members have been the owners or sons of the owner of the fresh house behind Nepal Bank. And now I tell you a secret. In the beginning, only normal food and meat. And one day, one of the sons told me, if you want gaiko masu, you ask for deer meat. So it was
that was
available.
Like a cheat code.
No, it was.
It was available, but then it was like, was it like a secret code?
No, it was really gaiko masu.
Okay.
Maybe from the south, because I thought, where are all the male, say the bulls going? Here you keep only cows. There must be bulls, and I think they have been brought south and slaughtered.
Okay, so
Some.
Okay, all right. So
anyhow, so we really, and I did not want to bribe someone and invest money to get imported food. Yeah. And and when I got invitation to ambassador or to rich Nepali, then the food was better. Yeah. But I would say 90%, 95% of our dishes have been really locally made and simple.